Hello students, in the last class we have discussed about earthquake and we have discussed that what is the structure of earth and what are the plate tectonics and we have defined the earthquake. Today we will discuss the occurrence of earthquake, means how the earthquake occurs. As we have discussed that in the structure of earth, it is broken into large pieces which are known as the plates, and we have also discussed that these plates are at random motion. So, and we have also said that the boundaries of these plates are responsible for all the geological activities or the destructive activities. So, starting with that, as the plate moves, we said that the plates are in motion. So, whenever they move, there will be some time that they will be rubbing against each other. Means, if we consider that it is a rock and it is placed here and it is at random motion, it will come to contact to this another rock also. But during its motion, there will be a time when there will be the collision or they will be rubbing against each other. Means like this, they will be rubbing to against each other. So at the edges of these plates where the earth crust is moving in different direction, faults are found. So whenever they rub to against each other, the surfaces which are rubbing to each other, they possess some faults in them. Sometimes the rocks of the plates get locked to each other. As we said that the surfaces at which they rub to each other becomes rough, means they are not smooth. So there are faults. There are some such types of faults, means such faults are occurred. So due to these faults, there will be interlocking between these rocks, and because of interlocking due to these sharp edges or due to these deformities, they prevent the movement of each other. Means whenever we lock a thing, means it is not movable, it is locked. Now you can not do of anything of that thing. Similarly, if these two rocks get locked with each other, then it prevents the movement of both the rocks. Means either rock cannot move. So resultant pressure develops between or against these rough edges. Due to this building up of pressure, a point reaches or a point comes when the rocks preventing the plates from moving away give away. मीन्स एक पॉइंट ऐसा आएगा, प्रेशर इतना ज्यादा हो जाएगा कि ये दोनों रॉक्स में जो इंटरलॉकिंग हो रही है दैट विल बी गिविंग अप, मीन्स वो टूट जाएगी. क्यों? क्योंकि प्रेशर इतना ज्यादा है कि इट इज नॉट बियर, ये इसे बियर नहीं कर सकता. जब वो उसे बियर ही नहीं करेगा तो वो क्या करेगा? उसे दूर दूर भागेगा, उसे तोड़ेगा. तो इस वजह से जो इंटरलॉकिंग है दैट विल बी ब्रेक अप, एंड ड्यू टू दिस ब्रेकिंग अप ऑफ इंटरलॉकिंग द प्लेट स्टार्ट रोल टू ईच अदर. मीन्स इस इंटरलॉकिंग की वजह से ये दोनों प्लेट्स अलग अलग हैं. जब ये इंटरलॉकिंग ही टूट जाएगी तो ये दोनों एक दूसरे के ऊपर स्लिप करेंगे, एक दूसरे के ऊपर स्लाइड करेंगे. सो इस वजह से दैट द रोलिंग कॉजेज द earthquake. So this is how the earthquake occurs. And एक वो point जब हमने कहा कि rocks will give up, there will be a certain point. That point is termed as focus. So we will be defining focus as the point where the rocks give up. And there is also another term that is epicenter. And that is defined as the point that will be vertically above focus. As we focus is inside the earth, means at the rocks. So just above it vertically there will be a surface of earth. So on that surface of earth, the point which corresponds to focus is known as the epicenter. Now, these were the two terms, and this was that how the earthquake occurs. So, main thing about the occurrence is that the plates, that is tectonic plates, are mainly responsible. Even we can say that its boundary which gets locked, or the sharp edges which get locked with each other, is a main cause for the earthquake. Now, we can also, whenever the earthquake, we have heard that it was of this much intensity. Sometimes it is said that it is what 2.5 intensity, so it was not much damaging. Or sometimes it is said that it was of 7.8 intensity, so it was very damaging. Means we can measure the intensity of the earthquake. So now we will discuss that how we can measure its intensity. So there is a apparatus, or we can say that there is an instrument which is used to measure it, that is seismograph. It is an instrument which is used to measure the earthquake. This is a device by which we can measure the earthquake, that is seismograph. In the seismograph, we have drawn, this is a large mass M which is connected to a pen. This dark green part represents a graph paper, and it is whole apparatus rests on a wooden block, and it is always kept on the horizontal surface of earth. So, as we have seen that there is a pen which is attached to a ball of large mass, and the tip of a pen, that is this, which is represented by the blue color, is a tip of a pen which is touching the graph paper which is kept on a wooden block, and we said that the whole apparatus is kept on the surface of earth. Means as the surface of earth has any movement, or if there is any shaking on the surface of earth, that will cause a shaking in the whole apparatus. So the shaking of earth shakes the fixed base, or the resting part of the whole apparatus, and due to its shaking, the suspended ball, which is of large mass M, also moves with respect to the base. Means whenever there is shaking, so the base will be shaken, and due to the shaking of base, this large mass ball will also shake. As the pen is attached to that ball, so the pen will also shake, or there will be some movement in the pen. And whenever there will be the movement in the pen, then if it we consider that it is a graph paper, then there will be some lines or the something which will be noticed on the paper like this. So this type of thing, or we can say that these types of lines are studied to give the output of the earthquake which has occurred. So This is the output of the seismometer, or we can say seismograph, and the seismologicals will look like a series of waves, and which is known as a seismogram. Means the output which we will be getting on the graph paper, that will be like this or some curvy lines, which we can also call as a waves. So the waves which we get are known as seismogram, while the apparatus is known as seismograph. Children, notice that in this case there is some oppositeness. Means if we get a graph, we say that it is a graph, and when we talk of instrument, then we say that it is a some meter or gram. But in the case of seismograph, the device is known as seismograph, while the graph that is obtained is known as the seismogram. Now we have got the graph, and by studying the graph we can evaluate the intensity. So the data that is recorded by the seismograph can be used to determine the intensity or the magnitude of the earthquake, and this is done by the scale known as Richter scale.